Hi Pisces, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading on your life purpose. Yes, we're going to have a subject matter here. If you would like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Pisces and cross watchers to pray for you, simply say hello in the comments section. Leave an emoji if you'd prefer. It just gives us something that we can focus on that provides us kind of a pathway to you. And since the word pray is a bit of a trigger word for certain people, saying something in the comments section, reaching out is kind of your permission that you're giving us. That's the way I look at it. So, life purpose for Pisces, at the time of viewing this, we have two mudras that came out. Two messages. One is inspiration and one is power, drive, get going. Whoa! Orange and red. We got a lot of fire here, Pisces. So inspiration, each one of these messages comes with a hand gesture just to empower the message. And this is inspiration. Tuck your thumbs in and wrap all your fingers around that thumb and your pointer fingers touch. Inspiration, be creative. I like that it makes a little triangle too, a little pyramid. Saraswati, the goddess of creativity, shows me my talents and showers me with good ideas. I accept this profusion with joy and thankfulness. This mudra activates and synchronizes both halves of the brain. How badass is that? Take a deep breath of fresh air, drink some water, swing your arms and legs, and give your hands a thorough massage. While performing this mudra, visualize a constantly changing sky, Pisces. Tinted white or dark clouds, a storm, thunder and lightning, a rainbow. Now, not a cloud in the deep blue sky. After this, get some paper and a pen. Write down all your ideas which come about your project or your life situation. How perfect for your life purpose reading, geez. Including the craziest ones, the ones that you already had a long time ago, everything. Let them flow like a waterfall, Pisces, and see what happens. I'm a Pisces. I really like that. And then we have drive, get going. And this is the mudra for that. Fiery. I am bursting with energy, it says. This mudra is a great tonic to help you get out of the bed in the morning. It's as a pick-me-up during the day. And if you'd like a ritual around that, if you're big on rituals, open a window, drink a glass of water, rub your hands vigorously and clap them loudly. Now interlock, I'm sorry if that was loud. Interlock them. Typical Pisces, I'm apologizing. Hope your ears are okay. Now interlock the fingers of both hands with each other and turn them so that the palms are facing outwards. Stretch your arms forwards, downwards, and upwards, and time to the rhythm of your breathing. I am bursting with energy. All right, let's get going. So, if you feel generous today, please hit the like button. Show the algorithm that you dig this channel. If you haven't become a friend or family member yet, please consider subscribing. Let's get into it. Pisces, life purpose. At the time of viewing this, we have coming out of conflict. That could be inner conflict about something. The Star card, upside down. You know this is going to have a creative spin on it. You're getting all these upside down cards. What's going on, you guys? So many Pisces are naturally gifted, and sometimes it feels like a burden. It's a burden to be talented or naturally gifted, isn't it? To be naturally sensitive, to be clued into the room, to be artistic, to have a voice needs to come out. It feels like a burden sometimes, and yet we can feel gratitude for those gifts as well. Doesn't mean that they can't coexist with one another. So we start with that conflict. What I love about this card is it's coming out of conflict. You're ending a chapter in your life that has come up against friction. This is one of the best cards to get upside down. It's the 5 of Wands, and we have following it the 10 of Wands. This is the ending, and it's an exhausted ending. 5 of Wands doesn't have to always mean outer conflict with others around us. Sometimes it does. I mean, you know your situation the best. But it can also mean inner conflict, which is why I was saying, man, sometimes it's a burden to be gifted. Sometimes it's a burden to know you've got something to share with the world. And it's also a gift. So now we have the Star in reverse, and I want to get this unpacked before I say anything about it. What about this? When you don't pursue your purpose, Pisces, you feel it in every way. It catches up to you. Have you ever heard of the duende? There was a poet, a Spanish poet, I believe, named Federico Lorca. And feel free to chime in if I get any of these details wrong. And he talks about the duende. And the duende, we're very familiar with the angel and the muse and these other names for inspiration, right? Source, power, genius. But there's the duende. And the duende sits on your shoulder like a devil. And if you don't do your passion or your gift, if you don't project it out into the world, because you can change the world with this gift, if you don't do it, it kind of unravels you. It kind of tortures you a bit. So it's another side of that, right? It's like, what choice do you have? So this is actually acknowledging that. Like, there's a sense of hopelessness or loss when you don't do this thing that gives you purpose. It could be working with children. It could be art. It could be dance. It could be working in the sciences. So it seems that things come to a halt and grow stagnant when you're not doing this. And that is the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. But you are coming out of this place. I love it. Very much tuned into your relationships. It's funny because I can hear in my head, do it for the sake of your relationships. Do it for the sake of your loved ones. So it doesn't have to be tremendous. It doesn't have to start overwhelmingly. But it's almost like, do it for their sake so you just get out of their hair or you stop driving them crazy. No, but it's not just that. It's like, it will put other things into alignment. And this might be directly correlated to realigning with your closest and dearest first, What is that? Some of you guys, what's the Two of Pentacles? Some of you guys have been very sensitive on where you've been compromising. And it's easy in these times to use that as an excuse, right? Is to be like, oh yeah, it'd be really great to pursue my passions, or my purpose, but I have to work. I've got to make an income. I have a family to feed, and that is substantial. But there's like, do you have much choice? If you want life to continue, for the sake of your relationships being in alignment, for the sake of life just making progress, doing your purpose is the only way to move the needle. The Two of Pentacles. You get wishy-washy when the delightful natural flow of things, this delightful possibility pops up. So this is your indication, if you've followed me this far in your reading, that this is your sign. If you needed a sign, this is your sign. Even if it's something small you do today, even if it's sitting down with a piece of paper and a pen and writing a to-do list around that pole of self-purpose, life purpose. Now, if you are in this place of like, I don't know what my life purpose is, then, because I've been talking a lot to people who do, right? But if you are like, I don't know what my life purpose is, good sign, you're coming to the end of an exhausting chapter, of a sense of conflict around it. And it has something to do with relationships. It has something to do with a sense of alignment and purity in relationships and maybe family. Let's ask a little bit more on that real quick. A little diversion for any of my people who do not know what their life purpose is. It has a lot to do with emotional health. Options, support for emotional health. For others that are going through ups and downs, emotional roller coasters. This is something that you can speak on, something you've experienced somehow in your life from personal experience. Man, life is a good school, right? Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Cups upside down. This is talking about the ups and downs, emotional roller coaster when somebody is not feeling balanced. and what their options are. What are the possibilities? And that spark of imagination, and how imagination, so it can go into a creative place where I start talking about imagination and ways we can express ourselves or stabilize ourselves, expressing ourselves for joy. But this could also be like just psychological health. This could be therapies, basically. I'm just talking a lot, man. I could have just said therapies. Page of Wands in reverse. What does this mean for my Pisces? You guys, this is going to be an extended reading for any of you guys who want to follow me over for a much longer reading where we unpack advice and all that. The link will be in the description box below. And for all of you guys who like shorter readings, we shall satiate your curiosity here. This is a time for new ideas. This is a time for giving back and receiving. Reciprocity in your relationships will stabilize you in a place. Like you don't want to act too soon. This is a time for exploring with your life purpose, right? This is a great time to put pen to paper. This is a time to take in all sorts of information around a sense of a direction that you want to go. But Page of Wands in reverse, you don't want to put the cart before the horse here. There's something that you're being called to focus on around stability, around, what is this? Four of Wands. Stabilize yourself. There's what's this Page of Swords? There's something I think you're going to be finding out. There's something to learn here. Opening your mind up to new concept and ideas is going to be a key, specifically around your generosity. We have your energy coming out with a Hermit, deep wisdom, knowing what it is to not have people or support or money, and knowing from that place can be born such great generosity and receiving. But being open to receiving ideas about this is huge right now. I think it's going to build out your vision. Then we have the Justice card, and I'm going to get an extra deck of cards for this. We've already pre-shuffled all of them. The Justice card, if there's contracts or legalities about this, it looks very good for you. But, the energy is like, pay attention to the small print, maybe kind of the pencil pusher paperwork side of an element here of like the business side of your passion. And it's not always very fun for us, is it? To have to pay attention to that small print. But that's where you're going to build the safety, the framework for your life purpose. This is all about justice. This is all about balance and making sure that you don't get taken advantage of, making sure that you have all your ducks in order. So that's where when I said open your mind to new details and new ideas, that's where you're being called to pay attention is what is the small print of this? Quite literally. Tell me more about that. For Pisces, because if you don't, a lot of your work until now could get unraveled. Intuition, there you go. So it's like blending kind of the paperwork aspect of something that is as grandiose as life purpose, but it's important. And your intuition is already steering you there with the High Priestess that we just got. What's this Magician for my Pisces? Again, with the Four of Wands, it's steering you towards a stable future, but you have all the resources to create this stable future. You've got the Pentacles, the Wands, the Cups, the Swords, and knowing that you do. But I feel that you are being called. This is calling you. You're not being called. This is calling you. The Wands, I mean, the Four of Wands is talking about reaching a milestone. I think you're being called to take it seriously, take it more seriously. If I'm standing back from this, and I'm just going to be very practical, with the Justice card, the Page of Swords, it's like, hey, start getting serious about this, Pisces. What does that look like on the paperwork aspect of things? On like, do you need to go back to school, build upon a skill set? Do you need to hire a lawyer to work out necessary contracts? Do you need to sign something here? So it makes it, it's like doing the logistics makes it real. Because this is calling you. There's the woo-woo world of like manifesting and like the Ace of Cups, it's calling you, the desire is calling you, but it's time to make it real. What does that look like to you? What does that look like to you? At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Sun. I love it. What does it look like to you? It looks like happiness. It's real. It's real. Otherwise, it's going to be the duende on your shoulder, just torturing you. On that note, we're going to go on to the extended where we're going to get more advice. I hope this was helpful, you guys. I'm sending you off with love and light. Take good care.